Family Leonardo, me Nasiladi Don Multimedia, the CEO Voice of Salon. Today I come for talk to now, my family, make una continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel and share to our friends them. As we always try to bring for the latest news what they happen around salon, whether it be politics or any other news them what they happen or gossip what they bring out to live and direct. So please, my family, don't forget to subscribe and share to our friends them. You wanna touch the bell icon so that you don't miss any video we will try for bring out to now. So that's also we want make una don't forget also for subscribe to we TikTok channel on TikTok and also on Facebook or Facebook page or the Voice of Salon or also the on Instagram Voice of Salon. Please family, and don't forget to share. Okay, thank you now. Tata.
Me family, una good evening, una good afternoon, or una good morning. This na on a program again, Salon Cashbox. Me family, today na the 14th of July, 2025. July 14, 2025. You see, Salon people, today I want to talk about how Africa continue for the devalue their own very assets them. But where we ready? You know, where we then we serviceman corner them, where we they talk with treatment corner them, with treatment talk, sorry. We keep for the blame the West, the white, the Chinese, the Indians, the purple, the green. But realistically, Salon people, some of them talk they're emotional, they're basic, and has no foundation. Make no mistake, I understand. Because waiting when they fail for realize most of the time. If you when they listen to me now, you did at your corner. You want to go do business with somebody. You go always try for negotiate in your best interest. In your best interest. At times, you can even forget about if other people exist in the world. Yes. Salon people. For say the West they use we or they manipulate we. It's a natural instinct. It just tell like we snake. A natural instinct. Now for bet. Bird. A natural instinct. Now for fly when a day in the corner. That's the natural instinct. The number one thing. So why do you blame them for where we go into business, then they try to forget the best for themselves? Why? We shouldn't. The problem we get as Africans in Africa has nothing to do with the West. Firstly, we get the biggest market in the world. As I talk to you right now, Africa get the biggest market in the world. As like the highest number of natural resources in the world. Youngest population in the world. A few days ago, we were talking about Italy. Italy need about 500,000 extra workforce right now. Right now. Since why they talk this talk right now. Waiting the day now, people now African people they aid. Now how for go cross boat for go to Italy. But all the thing the way they talk about Africa now, the natural resources. We know they say, let me take advantage of it. But just because Italy need 500,000 people right now, then remember how for camel crossboats for go to Italy. Why? Why? Copper. Congo has, I believe, the highest reserve of copper in the world. Congo. I stand to be corrected. But if not to get the highest, then they inside the first two or first five. Without copper, there would be no electricity. All the one the way you see they make, we get oil, so and all that gas and all that in the day, they need copper. Lithium. They be now Africa. Why are we this wretched? Oil in Africa, but we get the darkest continent in the world. Why? Why? Mr. Lone people, it's not about getting assets. It's about maintaining, building, and keeping the value of that asset. Not over just get the asset no more. They go and pass with them. How do you keep the value of the asset? How do you maintain the value of that asset? How do you protect the value of it? How do you add value to the asset? How? So man get motor car, when you tire boss, you the left hand so, then you begin the ride and so. Even tire, the way they call it, I think ride on flat or something like that. That, like if you tire puncture, like you can still kind of like drive with to certain distance. You continue for drive the bus tire, say about this, you don't well now. What do you do? Even where you motor car, you go jam up, you go do panel beating for make it maintain a value again. What do you do with? It's not about accumulating these assets. It's about making the assets get in worth. What do you do with it? And this is where Africa is lacking big time. And it's the reason why it is costing us. It is the reason why Africa poor. Thinking about this, sometimes when I think about Salon's situation, it makes me want to cry. And this is not me being theatrical. They play game. For me, I feel like I say, oh, I sabi talk. I mean, apostle first, I don't sabi talk. But when it comes to Africa Salon, I am very emotional. It pains me every day for see Africa. I watch video of somebody where they take kush. Seriously, it pains me. It kills me. They pain me. Because all it takes is the right decision. Some people look, how we go conduct an election? How we go conduct an election? Then they say, Ben, and you see, then this one person, Mohamed Kanawe Kone, decide for announce result where they feel for announce. Let me say the law, the Alaki law, under the watch of Chei Koko, where say you want to be president on anyway, I don't want to be disgusted because I get to do special audio for one day. But a lot of people see. Really and truly. I don't say this. Certain guys them within the APC. They feel like Maada Bio no more. We open, we are bang, we make them president. Something, they assess how stupid Salon people have been. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. Let me say, if even the law give you certain thing them, but how about your ethical responsibility that when they conduct election, do not just go and say, I announce any number. You're destroying this valuable asset. You're destroying it. You're destroying it. You destroy this valuable asset. I don't tell you now so many times about the brand name Salon. No company, not a joke. Today, NVIDIA, when are the most valuable company in the world, $4 trillion. NVIDIA. If today they get negative publicity, that value it crash. Today. In one day, it crash. Look at Tesla. Just Elon Musk having problem with Donald Trump and the ranting and all that and Tesla they lost in value. Papa God. Salon people. Elon Musk, a company where form, even the time the way they struggle, where they try to make electric car, people were laughing at him. I remember, like, listening to the news every time they say, "Oh, it's the impossible." Always they talk about the impossibilities. Now, after a build-up Tesla, all car manufacturers they build electric cars. Every car manufacturer they build electric cars, but it was laughed at. Imagine now him build Tesla up. So this day what they tell you right now, Elon Musk, because of like the bad publicity where they get, the company where in create, because obviously people anyway buy shares to them, shareholders they contemplate or they discuss how Elon Musk therefore remove him from being the CEO of a company where in create. The reason why they make this point, the NPC they claim say Samura Kamara sell. They say sell. And when he say make one crucial point, now I don't know, maybe yesterday, I listened to it this morning. One crucial point we make. When Samura Kamara, according to the NPC constitution, they say na 6 months he get for big flag the area. They take the key na hand. They exercise the constitution, the power of the constitution. They remove the key na hand. Some people, they remove the key na hand. If Samura Kamara said, why una no exercise that very constitution una use for pulling key na hand? For punishment and una fight for the people. Give the example of Aneskoma and Samsumana. Why ECOWAS court rule against Aneskoma? Because he said now Samsumana and Aneskoma that they run for the election. People voted for both of them. The running mate. If Samura sold, why Cheikoko? Why una not exercise the power of the constitution? I think it's in Article 62 of the APC Constitution. And Cheikoko. This guy. Now God no more get for pay for we. Now God no more get for pay for we. What do we do now? Politicians and what do we do una? What do we do una for make una wicked whistle? What do we do una? The brand has to be protected, well guarded, defended. The brand name Salon. Don't blame the white people. We are destroying our own very assets. You see some people, look, fish, they say now water no more, it survive. Fish, now water no more, it survive. But the water where the fish they survive, if people them Diesel begin to go through away diesel, engine oil inside the water, outside the fish, then they survive. Outside the fish, then they live. There is certain fish today. Now only sometimes they kuta them, they whale them, that they go able to survive because they go able to withstand those, damages to the water. When they go to the engine oil, diesel, petrol. Sometimes the big fish them go able to withstand them for a long time. But still, small, they go to die inside you. But at least they don't get the immune system. But the big fish them, small smell them, they smell the diesel, then they die. And this is what is going on in Africa. Just because there's a fish they live in the water, no means say you forgot to away diesel. And this is waiting the apple. So the smaller fish them where the immune system not strong. So in Africa, now only the strong they survive. The one waiting a lane. This now waiting the apple. The big fish them, the diesel will affect them all, but they won't able to live for long. But you were not there at the lane. You and your immune system not strong enough. Apampong. 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 So citizen in there, I agree with me, but don't worry, I correct that boy in America very soon with that team. They wait some. I don't study and find, by the way. But be honest, I don't study. I don't study and find. So I will study and find out before the opposite of number Totoko. I don't study and find. I make mistake. I don't study and say anyway. But you see, some people them look now. When you put, so just because they say fish they live in water, just because they say we get this false democracy, it affects you. This false democracy, they affect the fish them. This false democracy, they affect the small fish them. They affect all the fish them. The only thing, certain fishes, their immune system don't grow enough that they don't die quick. Look like I see Buhari. Say can die in London. What's I see the message now? Say they miss what they say they miss you. They miss you. You see, I understand there are specialist areas. Even in the country there, they will take people can go to America for heart surgery. Somebody from America come to London for maybe neurological, in other words, the aid, I believe. If that's what they call it, neurological diseases and stuff like that. It happens because, like, man past man, they will get neurologists them in America. But certainly, what we do now ain't more powerful than the one in America. Did they do that? But Africa now, no, they're not the hospital them. So when they say Buhari can die, they say they miss him. Somebody will say, oh, why you talk like that? But they miss him. Imagine like Salon. And this don't say then say, Maada Bio. The side way they can't do in medical, it pays $25,000 a night. I'm not making this up. But go to hospital, not basic CT scan and MRI scan, will cost about second hand $25,000, $50,000, $100,000. Did they get them? No thing at the hospital. There's some people in the clap for the dog there. They clap. What thing we do now? Not bad we do now. So if Maada Bio spend 4 nights in that hospital, $100,000. $100,000 they buy CT scan and MRI scan. But una see you big, una clap for them. They clap for them. I'm talking about this fish theory. Just because there's a fish they live in the water, no means say if una pollute that water, they fish them. Certain fish them, they die. So man go be alone weak one they work on it. It's just like how we get them a body when they say kush now. They're weak one, feeble. Nothing no day, no future for them. They're gone. This now the zeal where they don't swim in the water. So even though fish now water, but the fish is the water is being polluted. The water don't see, not gashi. So some man They waka. Some fish and then die one and then swim in the water. Die one. Die one. So man immune system, it go the affect small, but again, then at the system, then at the lane. Africa, they destroy in very asset. Some people, I want to play this. I could get for do video about this very video, like about this particular speech about Mo Ibrahim, is a Sudanese, where like back in the days, up to today, they reward president them for be good, just like MCC, where they reward government them for be good. So this guy individually, in fact, even Anes Koma don't get, I don't know if it's $5 million or $500,000. I can't remember. I don't know. But like, hey, Anes Koma don't get some money. Some people, this is not possible to give Anes Koma money. Una can't listen what they say. And they play small side na the video. Make una listen what they say. If that thing they are, I know we don't tell una in the past. Una listen for yourself, please.
We are in a tight corner in Africa. And I think the top priority in my mind, really, to sort this mess out is peace and security.
Thank you.
If
you know some people, when I hear what they say, peace and security. When I remember where I've been telling now, but like an acronym called SLY. SLY. Investors look at SLY. SLY acronym when they want to invest. SLY. SLY. Security, liquidity, and yield. Mo Ibrahim, when they pay people, and they say the crux of Africa in dilemma. Now peace and security. Some people want to listen.
Look around you, you'll see that we now have more conflicts than any time in our history. Everywhere, we have so many conflicts. We are destroying the little we have. We're producing more refugees, more displaced people.
Yeah.
And what development we are talking about, first, let's have peace.
Thank you.
That is a prerequisite for any development or any movement forward.
Prerequisite, in other words, waiting for come force. No matter what, now the team, patriotism, that's team, no matter what. The prerequisite is peace and stability.
That's a big problem. Then, of course, we have the debt crisis.
The debt crisis.
People borrowed too much money.
You see, some people have debt crisis. I think I've done lecture about this over the years. You already say borrow too much money. That's the big phrase there. Borrow too much money. It's the big one. Waiting, not too much money. Imagine, some people will not excuse me, since this audio, I will go slightly over 30 minutes. Imagine, then they say, Salon gets oil worth $2 trillion. $2 trillion. Some people Then the debt waste, then waiting there now. Tongolili alone of with iron ore worth $1.6 trillion. Some people then they don't give me $3.6 trillion. They say what you did now with water, baby. I'm not saying that we can get this money in 1 year, 2 years, 10 years. It has to be spread out. I understand that. Imagine with all waiting and the talk say we get this now waiting. Not only they make come up. Salon in debt. Now 4 billion. 4 billion. But just oil and waiting in Atonkolili is $3.6 trillion. Let me say, Ramsakumsa, you add all things together, $4 trillion debt. Then, sorry, 4 trillion worth. I'm not saying, as I say, we'll be able to make them inside 1 year. No, not possible. For instance, the 1.6 trillion iron ore, they say for mine them over, is it 60 years or so, I believe? They say 27 billion, which could give us 27 billion every year. Think about this. Imagine the oil, let me say 30 billion every year. All thing, they say 5 billion can make them from water. All thing, 60 billion. You know, like them dam on the all thing, 60 billion. Think about this. But we get $4 billion debt. Salon people. 4 billion. Then, like, let me say 60 billion, we can make them. And I tell you now, it is possible. Easily. And I believe, you know, I don't know if I listen to Reggie one says
in Africa.
They say only $1 billion project or so. It is possible in Salon, not Salon. But let me say them two things there no more. What are they supposed to? 60 billion. And like $4 billion debt. It's about 8%. 8%. 8%. So how can you tell me 4 billion debt? 4 billion debt. Expensive. Now burden. How can $4 billion debt be a burden to a country? We get 2 trillion oil, 1.6 trillion iron ore. How? This is the thing where they pain me. This is the thing where they pain me. It is because of the brand when they destroy them. We kill with your assets. When you make we think you will get no worth nothing. I don't always give you this parable. Get jokes building when they open for Congo sell and Congo market. And one day when they sell and Swazi to the guy them. Then the same building and open. And so they talk to somebody where I think Sabida business day. They say the guy in Swazi waiting to do like then they go captain the bail. Somebody will tell me, they say they call and then they go captain the bail. In other words, then they pull like any bail and they pull the best one and they go captain them. In other words, they go take charge. The best one and they can't go to Swazi. The same bail. But the Congo market one and now we go meet with Bottom Congo market. Usa we be there. Now but two pick Congo meeting. Now so some people who now Congo market oh yeah. You understand what they say. When we go in the hold them bell, Congo meeting. Then they always say, Butupik. Who they call them Butupik? But at the same bail, it's the value where you place in this asset. Now they make it become worthy. Now they make it get prize. Now they make people respect her. It's the value. Well, when they go to Congo market, we don't get them before, don't get them. So Butupik, then they call it Butupik. It's okay. Congo meeting, they hold them bell. May God bless there is the man. They will be laughing no more when you know late for come out club. Yeah, you see, it's the man the one in them. They make the papa will always say, why they don't come back? Wait till Friday come, Saturday come. It's the man. They spend all the money in that club. The way money come, they use some other police who start begin buy from Lovely Beach, Jones Ben, Rufus Hotel. Take a magazine cut. You know, let God bless there is the man because of the kind of money come meeting for go sell Jones Bay. So we can go market man then. But there is a value where you place on this thing. Africa, they destroy. You get Maada Bio. Imagine, then the country is all Napot local. I was listening to Adimakoli, I will deal with it at some point. He said he be responsible for the talent center in Wellington, I believe. He said, then they call it result. Then we listen to Kemosi say, Honorable Kemosi say, wait till we the same thing. Then they call Napot local, then they call it result. But we, some people civilized we sit down with the watch, we say, okay, let we move on. We craze, craze. When you say that you're destroying the value of these assets that we get, these things are destroying, devaluing these assets. Do you understand these things? Do you understand it? Some people are not listening to Mo Ibrahim. I will close.
It's very high. And we find now that a lot of African countries is spending on interest payments more than they spend on education or health.
I understand it is true. And again, it goes back to because we not able to use we assets the more we get. And by the way, it's not just an African thing, you know. In the UK, they happen. America, right now, their interest don't beat, their interest on the debt, it don't beat their spending on military, on defense. They're spending on interest. It don't beat their spending on defense. Imagine where defense is one of the biggest spending. It don't beat them. As I talk to you right now. It's how you manage it. And at the time,